funny thing with the collegiate baseball in Canada, where the weather being what it is, there's just no way they can start in February and March in most of the country. They do out in BC and the left coast there, but February, March being the NCAA baseball period, and it is for our Bull simulated NCAA teams for sure. But the Canadian collegiate teams, the university teams up here, play a schedule that starts in September and goes to October. So right around the tail end of the Bull baseball regular season and playoffs. And then once the playoffs wrap up, the collegiate baseball is still going on for the Canadian teams. Now they play a very short schedule, 18 games for the CCBA, 16 games, I believe. OUA, based on the actual OUA schedules. Of course, all of the team players are fictional, but the teams are real. York Lions, York University, and Dalhousie Tigers. I'm trying to remember now where they are. I'm gonna say Halifax. I should know that being Canadian. Anyway, we've decided to name our CIS Championship Series the Canada Cup. Keeping in mind that in reality there is no CIS national playoff. There is a CCBA playoff between the Northern and Atlantic divisions, but the OUA playoff, I believe, is intra-division. So it's one division of 10 teams. They play each other. To be honest, I have no idea how they do it in real life. But we've made it work for the Bull universe, our baseball universe, and this is where we're at. So a best of 3 series between the Tigers and the Lions. Lions and Tigers, oh my. For Dalhousie, Frank Harding will lead it off. Fred Hutchinson taking the mound for York. Both of these teams are undefeated in the playoffs. They would have to be to get to this point because the first 2 rounds are one-game elimination rounds. All right, that's a mouthful. Let's get this underway. The starting lineup for the Dalhousie Tigers: Garth Stannard, center field, batting second, Jake Swerdlow, third baseman. Switch hitting right fielder Leon Chiron, batting third, Trey Sarrazin, catcher and left-handed batter in the 4th spot. Batting 5th is Dan Chambers, first baseman. Batting 6th, the second baseman, switch hitting Walt Cantwell. Batting 7th, Jim Bogart, designated hitter. Yves Girard, the shortstop, batting 8th. And in the 9th slot is Jake Jewers, left fielder. Now, as you can see on the screen, some of these players having pretty good playoffs. Garth Stannard batting .400 during the playoffs, as is Jake Jewers. Jake Jewers had an OPS of .490 during the regular season with 10 RBIs. Why they've got him batting 9th, I can only guess at, but 174 is his batting average in the regular season, but pretty good OPS. He probably has a few walks in there as well. The funny thing about collegiate baseball here, we ended up having a season with virtually no home runs. So the pitching was quite incredible. Despite the park sizes being smaller and the OOTP park factors being adjusted for that, we did custom look at all of the parks and do the measurements and plug them into the system using OOTP utilities baseball park generator. They all ended up being pretty pitcher friendly, and either that or the pitching was just so overwhelmingly good that I think the league leader only had 1 home run in the OUA, and same with the CCBA. So the 2 competing leagues or conferences, not a lot of home runs hit during the season. So a lot of ground balls, not too many fly balls, and a lot of the runs scoring on small ball type action. It'll be interesting to see how many of these players get picked in the upcoming draft next season. I have a feeling the NCAA and the other 2 collegiate leagues are going to be where most of the players come from. All right, York Lions lineup and starting pitcher: Scott Terry, the first baseman, batting first. Batting second, Bob Lundy at center field. Burton Mason, the designated hitter, batting third. Alan Hallamore, the third baseman, in the cleanup spot. Ken Luckwell batting fifth, left fielder. And the shortstop, Bruce Lindstrom, batting sixth. Right fielder, Dan Murphy, and George Riddell, second baseman, in eighth. And John Redden, the catcher, batting ninth. That's typically where you'd see most catchers batting. None of those players had a home run during the regular season. Some pretty decent playoff numbers so far out of the majority of those players, including Bruce Lindstrom, the shortstop, with a 267 average in the regular season, just one RBI, an OPS of 700. But during the playoffs, he's got a 571 average, 600 on base percentage, and 1,000 slugging percentage, so doing quite well for himself. Fred Hutchinson, as we mentioned, the pitcher for the York Lions. Player photos we're going to disable because we're having a little bit of an issue getting the pictures to show. And let's get this game rolling. Dalhousie at York. York U, can't remember the name of their stadium, but here we are. 139 fans in attendance. Partly cloudy, 36 degrees Fahrenheit, just above freezing, so the players are bundled up. Wind coming in from the right at 13 miles an hour. It is October 15th, 2017, and this is game one of our best of three playoff final for the Canadian Intercollegiate Sports Baseball Championship, the Canada Cup. Dalhousie 11-5 on the season. York was 11-8. They had basically a tiebreaker game, which is how they ended up with 19 games. Dalhousie 16 games on the season. Oh yes, that's right. So they play 16, and it's 18 games, I think, for the OUA. I had it backwards. Anyway, let's get this game started. Garth Stannard's going to bat lead off for the York Lions. Excuse me, Dalhousie batting first for the Dalhousie Tigers. And Fred Hutchinson, John Redden, and the rest of the players take the field. We'll get this game going. We are in one-pitch mode, so that is something to consider. And hard hit line drive to center field. It drops in for a single, and Garth Stannard is aboard on that 0-1 pitch, 90-mile-an-hour fastball to shallow right center. So that's a leadoff single for Garth Stannard. Jake Swerdlow at bat. No out, one on. Stannard being held at first. This is a fly ball. High pop up in the infield. An easy play for Lindstrom. And he'll put the squeeze on it. And we move into batter number 3. Leon Chiron. Grounder up the middle to the pitcher. An easy out at second, but Chiron will be safe at first. Stannard is forced out at second base. 2 away in the top of the first. Chiron first, and swing and a miss. He strikes him out. We'll move to the bottom of the first for the York Lions. Scott Terry to lead it off. He'll face Frank Harding. Because these players, these teams play in opposite conferences, not a lot of chance that they would come up against each other. There's no mid-season all-star game as Terry flies out to left. Jake Jewers on a diving play. So the players don't get much of an opportunity to play each other. Hard hit by Lundy into right field. That'll drop in for a base hit. One away with a single. Lundy on first. Lundy is a threat to steal. They'll be holding him. And there he goes to second. No play at second, but a grounder for Mason. So Lundy moves up to second base on the steal. Definitely had the run and hit going. two away now for York. Alan Hallamore, the cleanup hitter. And this one will make it out of the infield. Lundy coming around to score. That grounder just made it through between first and second, and right fielder had to come in to field that one. Chiron getting it back in quickly, but not enough to catch Lundy. So Hallamore with an RBI single. Ken Luckwell up to the plate. Two away, Hallamore on the move. High fly ball to left. This is caught by Jewers, and that'll end the inning. But York ahead by a run on an RBI single by Hallamore. Dan Chambers will lead it off for Dalhousie.
Strike three, you're out.
Swing and a miss, and strike three to Chambers as he goes down. 3 strikes. Walt Cantwell up to the plate. An early swing, and he takes it to right field. Catching it on a dive is Murphy. What a catch, right in the corner. He comes up with that one. So 2 away here in the top of the second. Jim Bogert, the left-handed batter, and DH, batting 7th. Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. That'll end the top of the second. We'll move to the bottom. York will get another chance at bat here. Bruce Lindstrom up to the plate. Grounded down the third baseline, but an easy play as Swerdlow flips it to Chambers. 1 away. Bottom of the second, Dan Murphy up to the plate. Charging in was the first baseman, Chambers, but this was grounded back to the bag, and Chambers taking it to the bag himself for the out. 2 away. George Riddell up to the plate. High pop fly to left, and under it is Luckwell. Excuse me, Jewers. Wrong people in the wrong spots. Anyway, yeah, Jake Jewers fielding that one cleanly. Lions still ahead 1-0 as we move to the third frame. Yves Girard to lead it off for Dalhousie, shortstop and right-handed batter. Fred Hutchinson, 3 strikeouts today. The 1-2 pitch is popped up deep to left, and getting under it was Luckwell. Fields it with no issues. Jake Jewers batting 9th for Dalhousie. The 0-0 pitch popped into right, and that is fielded cleanly by Dan Murphy. No trouble at all. 2 away. Garth Stannard back to the top of the lineup for Dalhousie, and strike 3. 4 strikeouts in 3 innings for York's Fred Hutchinson. As we move to the bottom of the third now. Frank Harding, yet to get a strikeout today. 6 strikeouts in the playoffs and a 1.13 ERA. 8-inning outing in his last... 6-inning outing, rather, in his last out. And he's now walked John Redden, batting 9th, the catcher for York. And Redden not a threat to steal, but not a good way to start off an inning. Scott Terry up to the plate.
Strike 3, you're out.
He goes down on a swing and a miss, and there's the strikeout number 1 for Frank Harding. 90-mile-an-hour fastball to finish him off. Bob Lundy up to the plate. Redden still at first, 1 away. The 1-1 pitch to Lundy will drop in safely for a single in left field as Jewers comes back for it. But 2 aboard now with just 1 out. Burton Mason up to the plate. Ground ball is short. They get 1 at second and 1 at first, and that is a double play. So they double up on that Mason ground ball to short. York still ahead but Dalhousie flipping some mean ground balls to get the double play there. So top of the fourth for the Tigers. Jake Swerdlow up to the plate. He'll be followed by Chiron and Sarazin. Deep to right, but floating under it is Murphy, who grabs it. And that is one away for Dal High. Leon Chiron, left-handed batter. 1-2 pitch. He goes down on a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 5 for Fred Hutchinson, making his first playoff start. Trey Sarazin up to the plate, and he flies this one into right, almost dropping in, but Murphy racing in to make the diving catch, and that's 3 away. Alan Hallamore up to the plate. Bottom of the fourth. Hard hit line drive on the ground up center. He'll be safe at first for a single. Ken Luckwell to follow him. Leadoff single for Alan Hallamore. And Luckwell takes this one to right field. And Hallamore's got to retreat to first. 1 away. Bottom of the fourth. Lindstrom up to the plate. This one gets away from Sarazin and unable to make a throw as Hallamore takes second. 2-2 count to Lindstrom. Hit hard to second. Easy grounder, but that moves Hallamore to third. It's a two-way with a runner 90 feet away from adding to York's lead. Dan Murphy up to the plate. And ground ball is short. They get Murphy, and that will end the inning as Hallamore stranded. Lions remain in the lead. Tigers will try to equalize at some point here. And their top of the fifth is as good a time to do that as any. Although they may have to wait until the Lions dip into their bullpen. And a leadoff walk for Dan Chambers. Walt Cantwell up to the plate. Dan Chambers on first, no out.
Strike 3, you're out.
Cantwell goes down on a swing and a miss, strike 3, the 2-2 pitch. 6 strikeouts for Fred Hutchinson, delivering some heat today. Jim Bogart up to the plate. Hard hit, line drive to center. Coming in for it is Lundy, and he makes the catch. That will make Chambers retreat back to first, and Yves Girard will try to get something going now with 2 out. Ground ball to third, an easy force play at second. And the Tigers are retired. We've got some gym unknowns. I wonder if they have their college membership cards. Anyway, some unknown players there in the Dalhousie and York bullpens, benches. George Riddell leads it off with a ground out. John Redden up to the plate. Hard hit grounder to third base. And it looks like the throw was high. And Redden will advance to second as the ball sails into the dugout. So 2 bases on the overthrow for Redden. Scott Terry up to the plate with 1 away. And they pitch out to him, give him a free pass to set up that forced play at second again. 2 on, 1 out. Bob Lundy up to the plate. And fly ball to left. This will drop in for a hit. Redden comes home to score 2-0 Lions here in the bottom of the 5th. Terry wisely holds up at second. Lundy on the RBI single to left field. Jewers just wasn't there quick enough and had to play it on the 1-hop. Mason takes a walk. Bases loaded with 1 away. That'll bring up Hallamore, the cleanup hitter. Alan Hallamore up to the plate.
Strike 3, you're out.
And he goes down on a swing and a miss on an 0-2 count. So 2 away now. Ken Luckwell, the left fielder. Ground ball to first, easily played back to the bag, and that will end the threat here in the bottom of the 5th. York does manage a run as Redden scored on Mason's, or was it Lundy? Lundy's single. But 2-0 York Lions over the Dalhousie Tigers. Jake Jewers to lead it off for Dalhousie. And a hard hit fly ball to right. But getting there in time is Murphy, and that is an out. Garth Stannard up to the plate. 1-0 pitch. High fly ball to center. Floating under it is Lundy. He makes the grab. 2 down. Jake Swerdlow, the third baseman, takes a free pass for the second walk given up by Fred Hutchinson today. Leon Chiron up to the plate. And he'll take this one into left field. Easily caught by Luckwell. That'll end the inning as the Tigers leave 1 aboard. Frank Harding still pitching for Dalhousie. Bruce Lidstrom to lead off the 6th inning. Hard hit ground ball makes it past the first baseman Chambers, and that is a base hit as the ball rolls into right field, and Chiron has to field it. So Lindstrom with a leadoff single. Dan Murphy up to the plate. Lindstrom going for the base, and he's safe at second on the steal. Big swing and a miss by Murphy there in that 0-1 pitch. And now the count is 0-2, but Lindstrom is in scoring position. And a hard hit fly ball to right, but this will drop in shallow, especially with that wind blowing in from the right. Lindstrom's got to go back to second. George Riddell up to the plate. And they put the free base on for Riddell as he takes a intentional walk. 2 aboard with 1 out.
Strike 3, you're out.
And swing and a miss, strike 3 to Sarazin. 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Scott Terry up to the plate. It was Redden that struck out. And grounded right to short, and the force at second will end the inning as Riddell is out by several steps on that hard hit grounder to short. So here we are moving to the top of the 7th. All goose eggs for Dalhousie so far. They need to break their shutout if they have a hope of getting in this series. York with the 2-run lead, but 6 hits to Dalhousie's 1. Trey Sarrazin leads it off for Dalhousie. Ryan Loader is pitching his first playoff game for York, and he'll walk the leadoff batter. Sarrazin at first. Swing and a miss, strike 3 to Dan Chambers. 1 away with 1 on. Walt Cantwell up to the plate. 2-2 pitch to Cantwell.
Strike 3, you're out.
He goes down on a called strike 3, so 2 strikeouts in a row for Ryan Loader. Not giving Dalhousie any wiggle room here. Jim Bogert up to the plate. And a 3rd strikeout in a row for Dal High as we go to the 7th inning stretch. For the whole team, and it's a shame. And it's 1, 2, 3 strikes. You're out at the old ball game. All right, folks. Bottom of the 7th. Dean Anderson pitching now for Dalhousie. Bob Lundy up to the plate, the center fielder, batting 2nd. He'll lead it off for York. He'll be followed by Mason and Hallamore, unless there's a change. And the 0-1 pitch grounded past the 3rd baseman. Swerdlow was clearly distracted on that one. And Lundy's aboard safely on a ground ball to the 3rd baseman that just wasn't played. I believe they're counting it as a base hit, but surprisingly ineffective defense by Jake Swerdlow. Bob Lundy aboard. Burton Mason up to the plate, the DH. Hard hit grounder to first. They get Lundy at second, and they get the double play. 3-6-3 double play as, wow, Chambers with a quick rocket to Cantwell at second, and then back to Chambers. So the 3-6-3 double play worked, and only because of how hard that was hit by Mason. Hallamore up to the plate. Grounded to short, and this will be an out, and that will end the inning. Well, what an amazing defensive play by Dalhousie there in that 3-6-3 double play. Chambers with a heads-up throw to Cantwell. Rocketed it back after the force out. Yves Girard, the shortstop for Dalhousie Tigers, leading it off here in the 8th. Sean Newton pitching his first inning, and Girard takes that one to center field. He'll be safe at second on the double. A leadoff double for Dallas. They get their 2nd hit of the ball game. Jake Jewers will now try to get something going here with Girard, a threat to steal at second. Ground ball to second, diving play by Riddell, who throws it to first for the out. But Girard moves to third. Garth Stannard up to the plate. 1 for 3 today. He's going to try and bring home Girard, and no such luck. Swing and a miss, and that is 2 away now for Dal. Jake Swerdlow was just inattentive and allowed that hit to come in the last inning. Luckily for Dalhousie, no runs were scored on it. He'll take a walk as Leon Chiron comes up to the plate. Runners in the corners, 2 out. Ground ball to third. They make the throw to first, and Girard unable to score as the 3rd out. is played. Bottom of the 8th now. Dalhousie running desperately short of chances to tie this ball game. York well in control at this point.
Strike 3.
Ken Luckwell up to the plate, and he goes down on a third strike. One away in the bottom of the 8th. Bruce Lindstrom
Strike 3. You're out.
goes down on strikes as well, and that's 2 strikeouts in a row for Dean Anderson. Dan Murphy up to the plate. And Murphy walks. Anderson gives up his second walk of the playoffs. Defense holding the runner. And a comebacker to Anderson. Flipped over to first for the out. That'll end the inning. And now we are in the 9th and probably final frame at this point, unless Dalhousie is able to score a couple of runs and tie it. They will lose game 1 of this best-of-3 series, and you don't have a lot of room to lose games here. Trey Sarazen up to the plate for Dalhousie. A soft grounder to second for out number 1. As Riddell plays that easily over to Terry. Dan Chambers up to the plate. Fly ball to right, getting under it is Murphy. 2 away. Down to the last out as Walt Cantwell is up to bat. Cantwell takes a walk on the 3-0 pitch. Dalhousie still alive here in the top of the 9th. Jim Bogart up to the plate. The 2-1 pitch to Bogart. And it makes it out of the infield as it rockets by third baseman Hallamore. Cantwell advances to second. 2 aboard. The go-ahead run at the plate, Yves Girard. Sean Newton looking for some help here from his defense. A hard hit line drive up to center. It's caught, and that will end the inning. As Dalhousie loses 2-0, York Lions take first blood in the Canada Cup final. And that's it for tonight's game in front of 139 fans. This live broadcast, October 15th. Dalhousie Tigers losing to the York Lions 2-0. The visiting Tigers, 3 hits, 1 error. The home team York Lions, 7 hits, no errors. And we will be back with game number 2 on our next live Twitch broadcast, which we will give some advance warning of. Just as a ballpark guess, we're going to look at Wednesday night. But a lot could happen between now and then. So tonight's game broadcast to you on October 9th. Our follow-up game, we're looking at October 11th, and we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching, everyone at home, and till next time, that's Bull Baseball.